What is going on, my fellow gamers? 2108 on the Gulf Coast, and I just happened to pull one of the biggest noob moves you could possibly do when it comes to gaming. But that's alright. It seems like the app has changed for some odd reason. So once again, let me get situationally situated, and then we'll get this going. Alright, that was actually easier than I thought. Usually it goes through like this big harangue, and so did a couple changes with the setup, which was kind of nice. Yesterday I kind of took everything apart because everything needed good dusting, which is something that typically I just do about once a month. Make sure the PC's good, make sure everything else is. There it is. Spam. I love it. This feedback turned on. There we go. All right, so anyway, so I managed to take all the cables out, kind of rearranged everything a little bit to better utilize the I/O in the back of the PC. So now I've still got 3 extra USBs. I actually ordered up some cables because I'm going to be changing. I'm going to get another camera and still have this one and then have a secondary. But I'm going to need a longer cable for that. So just kind of came up with some ideas. But the cool thing is what I was able to do with the desk. So normally when I've been sitting, I normally have had to look up, number one, because I have transition lenses, right? So pretty much what I really need to see is on the bottom half. Anyway, so looking up at the monitor, typically the center of the monitor was right about here because the arm was raised up because I would have my iPad right underneath there, the way the arm was rested and all that stuff. So what I managed to do is I just took the arm that the monitor's on, slid that all the way over to the corner of the table. That went ahead and centered everything just a little bit better, which is great. Then I was able to lower it, angle it, so now I'm pretty much center line where I need to be with my eye line. So now I'm not trying to, shift my head back and forth, which is great. It kind of opens up the depth of the game and all that stuff. And then from there, I'm actually able to, because now that the arm is down and the monitor sits a little bit lower and angled, able to utilize the desk, keep it raised up so I can get underneath it a little bit more, effectively. So it's interesting what little tiny changes, how things open up, and it just adds another piece to the setup without having to really, change anything overall. Okay, so the big noob move that I did tonight is, so the expedition kicked off today for Arc Raiders, which is what I'm currently on right now. And the plan was to get OBS set up, make sure that the windows are all set up and everything. So I fired up Arc Raiders because I was gonna do a test run just to make sure Arc Raiders is up and the difference between game capture and display capture and all that craziness that everybody makes a big harangue about. Well, it played out the video animation for the expedition. See, I thought you'd get on Arc Raiders and then go to your projects, and then go to expedition, and then go ahead and do whatever. But it automatically did that. So it played the whole thing out, and I didn't capture any of it because that was going to be like kicking the stream off to now. Like it's the third expedition in the game, but it was technically my first because I wasn't able to do the first two. And then when the third one kicked off, however long ago that was, 56 some odd days ago, I was able to jump on, like within the first week I had enough stuff and I was able to just fill everything up, got signed up, and I'm okay, good to go. So missed the whole thing, but that's all right though. It's a good learning experience, right? And that's what we're here to do, is constantly learn and adapt and overcome and all that craziness. So all right, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the main thing here. Unbelievable. So I'm all reset. Projects for the new expedition. And let's start the new one. Okay, metal parts, plastic parts, arc alloy. I wonder if they let you see what's, okay, so now we can kind of see ahead of time what we're going to need and things just to kind of keep track of. This was interesting, finishing out this last little bit. I do have a video on my YouTube where, in the Arc Raider playlist, where I just kind of finished out some stuff. 41 days. Ooh, that's That is a tight schedule, but we'll see what we can pull off in the next 41 days, because that was kind of neat being able to do that. And thankfully, ahead of time, I did showcase my skill tree, or I should say the lack of, because I only use like maybe 23 of the total available slots, even though I was maxed out with my level. Because we all remember that first week when Arc Raiders came out. What was the big number one thing was how to build the ultimate skill tree, right? And so that lasted about a week, and then it was everybody's haranguing about the PvP versus PvE and everything else, and then it all just kind of smoothed itself out a little bit. But yeah, skill tree didn't go any really higher than. Well, I got a video for us. That's all right. Oh, goodness gracious. The noob move. Unbelievable. I paid closer attention to how this new... It looks like a new layout. Oh, there we go. Nope, that wasn't it. That's all right. Okay. All right, workshop's back to 0. Well, thankfully, all this is easy enough to do. I mean, once you get back topside, it's pretty much just working the same ebb and flow you did before, other than just those little bit of buffs that you get. So for me, it's just kind of like a regular day. I don't really feel like I'm starting from scratch. I only had 30, by the time this expedition kicked off, I only had 37 of all of the total blueprints that were available in game. So it hadn't even really hit that milestone.
The storm has mostly settled, but much of our infrastructure has taken a proper beat. We'll need plenty of materials for repairs. I'll mark some good loot spots on your map. Head up there.
Kind of have to remember how to do all this now. All right. And while I'm topside too, I'm going to be using my SCUF Envision. So there we go. Let's see here. I think, whoop. I think that's everything we can use right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get up there and start getting after it. Let's see here. All right, looks like this, we don't have to unlock any of the maps. That's kind of cool. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's keep it old school. Where'd I... All right. Turn this up a little bit. So the nice thing about the desk is I'm a little bit more centered to everything, which is nice. Getting the desk a little bit higher too helps, because I can get a little bit more parallel, so I'm not coming too forward. And the chair I have isn't exactly the most robust thing. I mean, it works. It's functional the way I had to put it together and all that. But I think that'll be the next thing on the list for in the next couple months is getting a new chair.
Shani here. Don't forget that you can find different types of loot in different locations. Check out your map and head to any of the spots I've marked with an icon.
There we go. Keep forgetting you really don't need the light for really a whole lot. It's pretty much easy to see what you need, and when you get up there, it always gives you the like the little prompt to do whatever you need to, like search or. All right, we can get out of here. I need to see. There we go. Visit any area in a map with a loot. Oh, that's right. That TV seems to be, that's a little hard to come by. Let's go ahead and well, that's right. I can't recycle yet. Or I can. Okay. Tell you what, let's hit up the
Go to the domes.
there we go. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting I don't have stamina. I'm not going to be breaching fast. It's like, ooh, I got a little spoiled with that for a while. I gotta work all that back up again. Hey, what's up, man? I'm good. Just hanging out. Oh, right on. But you can have it, dude. I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm gonna go back get this purple. All right, let's try this again. Gotta get better used to these. There we go. For now, I'm gonna keep all that. Let's see what we got here. Just gonna rack up, put some points on the board. Because one of the things I always want to remind myself is even though something's already been looted, even though we're not looters, we're salvage experts. I always want to be sure to hit everything. That way you still rack up a good amount of points. And since we got 20 minutes left, I can always go after those tick things later. So who is excited for Forza 6 this Friday? I know I am. Probably get rid of one of these sailboat things. For now, I'll probably just sell all that off. Nice. Duct tape. Oh, charger.
Let's head home at the central swamp lift.
And then I got 20 minutes left. And the good thing about trying to burn the time down too is the longer you're on the surface time, the more you get. That also accumulates your points for doing the extraction. We got a new voice. This is where I will typically go back to mouse and keyboard just because trying to work the inventory goes a little bit faster. All right, let me go back to. So now I need to start paying a little closer attention to what exactly it is we're doing. Okay, so metal parts, plastic parts, arc alloy, and the springs. Okay. Okay, that's that. That's broke down, and okay. Sell that. I always like the music for this one too. It's pretty subtle, but it's just kind of rolls. Cooling coil, electric component wires. Oh, the durable cloth, my old nemesis. Let's see. Oh, we'll keep that. Keep that. The old duct tape. Oh man, who remembers that one where you had to get like 20 or 30 of those things? That was crazy. Now let's see here. I need a. Oh, that is a looting one. I don't need 80. Well. All right, metal, plastic, arc alloy, steel springs. Forgot which one had. If you broke it down, you got springs out of it too. I gotta remember. Scrappy, what's up, bro? Hmm. It's actually kind of neat watching this. The way it sort of evolves over time as you build everything up. That and your room. That's pretty neat how it actually transitions in phases as you level up and stuff, and then the stuff it'll actually display. That is pretty neat. All right, let's see here. What are we doing? We need to get back topside. Oh, we need to turn in. My bad, Shawnee.
You want to browse? Fine. Just don't block the monitors. I'd thank you for finishing it, but I'll wait until you act. How'd you found your way to those loot spots? A swarm of disoriented wasps crashed near one of our skylights. Take down a few of the machines and grab some arc alloy from their wrecks.
All right.
I'd go for the small ones. No
What we got
offense.
here? Trash and treasure. There's no such thing as junk to a raider. Touche. Just valuable materials waiting to be recycled. If you're gonna to amount to anything around here, you can't just wait for things to be served on a silver platter.
Recycling is the name of the game when it comes. Well done. It's the mark. Arc alloy is strong and pure. It's the only way to fix reinforced concrete, as Apollo will tell you, over and over.
All right, so that's it for now. Quest-wise, all right. So this breaks down to metal parts. No, that's heavy mechanical. Keep that. For now. For now. All right, let's get topside. We're gonna stick to the battlegrounds for now. Switch back over to controller. There we go. At least the transition is easy enough. All I gotta do is just click on the mouse and I'll go back to that, and when I'm ready I just get back on the controller and then it's ready to go. So that's the nice thing about just being able to go one right to the other if I need to. There's not a whole lot of craziness I have to do. Things seem unusually bright, or like extremely well lit. I'm using the same light. That's alright though. Light is good, especially when it comes to webcams and apertures and 1080p and 4K and all that jazz. Yeah, maybe I'll do a at some point. Maybe I'll do a stream in 4K.
Shawnee here. Got your gun
Man.
ready, Raider. Do keep your wits about you when you take on Ark. Too much noise and you'll attract unwanted attention. And don't forget to grab the alloy from the machines you bring down.
Why did I do that? Good old Shawnee, man. She's always got your back. Oh, that's right. I gotta destroy. Where are we? Oh man, we're all the way over here. Yikes! I'll tell you what. Let's get down to
Go to
the.
that location.
Take that. That. Yeah, we'll take that. We can break that down to something later. Spring. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, I heard that sound. I know there's more stuff in there to search, so I'm gonna get back in there, get a little bit more systematic, break it down into quadrants, cover all the bases. Oh yeah, I gotta destroy. I'll tell you what, let's hit our. Oh man, didn't realize I was this far out. All right,
Let's go to the domes.
oldie but a goodie, man. Can always count on the domes. I'm trying something different with the mic too. I'm keeping it. Normally I have it flipped around, and now I'm just kind of keeping it on the outside. Some of the I think some of the button-down shirts I have, like the other collared ones, when I place it inside the collar area there, it tends to like fold it back or something, and it sounds more muffled than it should. Yeah, somebody's getting down. You know, I fall for that every time too. Didn't quite mean to do that, but it'll work. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Let's see, we need to change all this up a little bit here. Take that. There we go. Much better. Not bad at all. We'll let that one go for now. What we really need to do is, we got 14 minutes left, so I still need to schwack a couple arcs here. Forgot about those guys. I'm not gonna make it. Should have let that one go. Should have extracted right on out. Forgot the fireball things. I had a good amount of stuff too. I was really racking it up. Actually, the dome area is one of the best spots if you want to get some of the basic materials or whatnot. All right, let's see here. Yep, I lost everything. All right, need that, this. Charger. Oh yeah, I lost all the bandages there. All right. Oh, time to get back up there and do it all over again. Oh, another thing I figured out too is I've got an Ethernet line running to my MacBook Pro now. So I couldn't figure out why it was taking so long for videos to upload to YouTube. And then I realized I'm still trying to do that off the wireless. So got the Ethernet plugged in, and yep, now it takes like less than 20 minutes for like a 3-hour video. I mean, you know. Of course. All right. Just trying to do that with the other ones. Nice.
Signs of recent activity. Over there.
I always feel like I need a tetanus shot going through this stuff. Figure get what we got, get out of here, and then... I saw that thing there. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back this time. But managed to with poise, precision, and audacity. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. Let's make some more bandages here if I can. How long have I been on? Only an hour? Oh man, it feels like a lot longer than that. Oh, I'm having an off night too. Today is one of those days where my brain feels like it's still on chemo for some odd reason. And this happens about every couple months, where it's just a whole day where it's just nonstop.
Oh, hey there. I'm busy. I'm not much for praise, but you're proving reliable. Thank you. That should keep the damage down here was pretty bad, but our
Let's
topside
see here.
infrastructure was hit
Field
even harder.
depot. Repair the antenna on
I
the
still
roof
have
of the field
several
depot.
antennas. Great. Get to the roof of any field depot and see if you can get the
All right, we got everything. Got some rounds. Let's make one more shield just to make sure. I'll hold up on that because it takes the rubber parts or whatever. So, all right.
Looks like a matriarch is nearby. We never saw arc like this during the first wave. Don't engage it unless you're ready for a hard fight.
Let's go to the scrapyard.
Can hear one of those cache things. Let's try that again. Jump and then there we go. field depot is going to be, if I remember. Thought I heard one of those cache things again.
Let's go to that
There
field
we
depot.
go. I knew it.
Did you hear that, Raider? I've never heard anything like it. Please get back here as soon as you can.
Let's see if we can find one of those batteries lying around, or fuel cells lying around, and get that thing opened up. All right, now typically fuel cells are usually always on the opposite side of where and they're never really close by either. That's the whole point. Durable cloth. Can't believe it. That is unbelievable. Actually found some. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? Alright, just for my own peace of mind, extraction point is... Tell you what.
Head home at the central swamp lift.
Yeah, let's go.
Your call is received. Elevator incoming. Hang in there.
I was going to give me there for a second. Alright, let's get on out of here.
The job's done. See you back.
We'd hoped the seawalls at Riventides might offer us some protection from the elements.
Oh, this
But
one.
it seems the hurricanes were not kind to this place either. I need you to examine the shoreline to see if we have to worry about flooding, on top of everything else. The wide open coastline used to mean danger, but now it's the only place we can spot new threats moving into the Rust Belt. So we'll have to make our own cover and reinforce what few defenses we can find.
Even the slightest change.
Shawnee told me about what you found. Something's changed. We've seen a lot more probes beaming across the skies. More crashed couriers. We've heard tales of what happens if they find what they're looking for. They might be myths, but I don't want us finding out the hard way.
Even the slightest change. Good. Break open any probe or courier you see on the surface and report back what you found inside.
All right.
Come on in, Raider.
Actually, no, wait a minute. I need to rethink that a little bit here. All right.
only just finished expanding the tube network towards the Blue Gate, and we're still laboring away at the rest. My crew's been building new infrastructure around the valley to safeguard our raiders, but good. It's not just ARC's operations that are
Some advice, Raider. Arc probes emit signals that you can hear from afar. And if you see a smoke plume in the distance, chances are you can trace it back to a crashed courier.
Not bad. Now let's see, the pipe was... Oh, that's right, the stacking yard crane, I remember that.
Let's go to
I'll
the
go here
hotel.
first. What's going on, man? Totally forgot where I boarded up the windows last time.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, you're all right, man.
I scared the hell out of myself.
No, it's all right,
Hey,
dude.
you wanna shoot at a Rocketeer?
I literally just did the expedition, so I'm starting all over from scratch.
Okay.
All I've got is just this regular one on me now.
I would give you one of my big old laser guns, but I'm not carrying a lot of ammo for them.
No, it's all good, man. I appreciate it though.
Shit, sorry.
No, it's all right.
What are you up to? You just exploring right now?
Well, all right. I got to do the quest where you have to board up the windows and scope the coastline, and I forgot where I did the window thing last time.
I feel like it may have been like the second floor. I'm not sure. It's funny. I did it recently. I remember it's the one window that doesn't look like it needs to be bolted up.
That was it too, yeah. And I couldn't remember what floor it was, so I'll try the second one.
I think it might be 2 or 3. It's lower down.
All right. No, I appreciate the heads up, man. Go figure.
Yo.
All right. Got no more shield. Let's see here.
You okay, bud? You got everything you need?
Yeah, I'm just working on the shorten or shoring up defenses quest for the map here.
Let's head home at the seaside elevator.
It was a bit of a circus show, but we made it back. So I think I need one of these for... Oh, I'm not really going to get that one. All right. Coming up on 2 hours. Yeah. Oh, the old dog collar. Of course. Of course. That's what I'm talking about. All right. That's going to do it for me. Oh, man. You know, the unfortunate thing is there's nothing magical I can take to thumb down whatever the effect is. The only way I can describe it, it's not a migraine. It's literally feels like the chemo's back in my brain, like it's just eating it away or something. That's the only way I can describe it. And about every couple months, um, I get this, and it's sort of like it's about 24 hours, and then it just goes away. I mean, it's one of those things where it's gradually, like this morning, I could tell it was like on its way to kicking in. Been that way pretty much all day. Tomorrow morning, because I'm already feeling just a little bit better, but tomorrow morning it'll be like it never happened, which is weird. But in any case, well, it felt good to get back into Arc Raiders now that the expedition is done. Did my first one, kind of botched it up there, missed the whole animation thing because I was doing other stuff. But um, basically, it's just a fun game to get back into. So, oh. Before I forget, see, I had a whole like typed up monologue I was going to do for the expedition and all this stuff. Before I forget, if you haven't, if you don't already know, or you haven't checked out, go check out the YouTube page. Lucy is here, LuCeishere. She's been really holding it down in Arc Raiders from when the game was released, and recently she's just hit about 50,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel, and she's also now an Embark Creative partner, which is pretty cool to see the progression of individuals who have a great amount of success with whatever it is they're trying to do for themselves or their channel or gaming or whatnot. So I don't know her any more than she knows me. It's just she's an awesome channel to watch. She brings a lot of enthusiasm and energy for the duration of her streams. I mean, she's just able to keep it up. So go check out the channel. You won't be disappointed. It's fun to watch. So other than that, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get this loaded up over to YouTube and chapter marker everything as usual. And then, yeah. So this Friday is going to be Forza 6. That's going to be the release there. Next week, we got another new release coming out that I'm going to be hitting up. And then from there, we just kind of, Warcraft is going to be, the streams are going to be focused on finishing out the Lore Master achievement. I already kind of mapped out how I was going to do that. And then from there, we'll just kind of go ear to ear, just kind of like in the difference of the setup. It does kind of help focus more attention to the game itself, which is nice. So, and then getting another camera in just to kind of get a different angle on the setup and what's going on and all that stuff. So other than that, I appreciate everyone's time and attention. And remember, my fellow gamers, play with a purpose, soak up that bandwidth, and I wish you all the greatest success in all of your gaming endeavors. And I will see you online.